Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the Browns quarterback, Baker Mayfield.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to talk about Baker a little bit. So the one thing I've heard a lot of people say is the whole arm strength thing and the accuracy. Baker's biggest strength coming out of college. That's what made him the number one pick, obviously. And I hear a lot of the fan base saying things such as, it's worth holding on to him to see if he can reach his full potential. Here's what I think a lot of the fan base isn't understanding. I think it's simply looking at ceiling and floor. We know that Baker at his best is a really good quarterback, probably top 15, maybe, probably. But at his worst, we know for a fact, because we've seen it 2 years, that he is a bottom-tier NFL quarterback. So you have to look at the question of, is it worth risking another year of the floor and wasting potentially more years of the careers of Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Denzel Ward, Miles? Or would you rather go out and trade for somebody like a Kirk Cousins, maybe for a second-round pick, and then look at quarterbacks in the future?
All right, Scott Petrak, that's pretty well thought out. My question would be, what's the alternative to Baker Mayfield? And I don't think you're going to get Kirk Cousins for a second-round pick. I think it'll probably cost you a first, I would think, although he does have a pretty high price tag. But it's the same way, floor versus ceiling, it's what do the alternatives cost, and are you willing to pay?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I have no doubt that Andrew Berry is going to explore options at the quarterback spot. It's just, the whole thing I keep thinking about is if it's going to happen or not, if Baker's going to be the guy in 2022 or not, are those options really viable, right? I don't think Aaron Rodgers is. I don't think Russell Wilson is. I would shy away from Deshaun Watson. So then you're down to Kirk Cousins and Derek Carr and Jimmy Garoppolo. And I don't think Garoppolo is necessarily an upgrade over Baker. So then it's kind of Carr and Cousins, and somebody else could pop up. But those are the two guys that I'm focused on and what it would take to get them and how big of an upgrade they are. Now, if Stefanski and Berry have decided that they can't win with Baker, right? That floor is too low. And really, the floor ceiling is a good point. And it's also consistency, right? If 1 week to the next, it's ceiling and floor, you can't live like that as a coach and live like that as a quarterback, as in a team. You have to find a level of consistency that Baker has been unable to find in his first 4 years. So if you've reached that point as an organization, then you go find a guy. And if it needs to be Kirk Cousins for a year or two, that's fine. It gives you a better chance in 2022. And I agree with the caller. I just don't think you can punt on 2022. This roster's too good. There's too many talented players to say, to go in the season. And if Baker struggles in the first 4 weeks, we'll redo it in 2023. I just don't think you can approach it like that.